It would be very, very bad if you would skip this video because we are talking about the 5 super important things for the stock market 2021, so stay tuned. 2021 will be an insane year, and those are the topics that we will talk about today. We will talk about interest rates, we will talk about specs, we will talk about Biden, we will talk about the health crisis, and finally, we will obviously discover the economic recovery. And that's why, if you don't watch this video till the very end, you know, you cannot maximize on your profits in 2021. So I highly recommend that you watch this video till the very end. Thank you very much for subscribing and liking. I hope you did it, because this is the most important part when going into this video. But even more important is I got so many messages, guys. You were with your family, you were, you know, away for Christmas, you didn't check the internet, and you missed the 27% discount on my online course. The Wolf 27 is unfortunately not longer available. But I'm a nice guy, guys, okay? I'm a nice guy. So for all of you that still want to have it discounted until we switch to the original price, take this, okay? Wolf 23. I cannot give you the 27 discount, but the 23 discount will be valid for just a couple of more days into 2021. So make sure this is, you know, the most value-packed product that you can find on the internet if you are interested to find big stock gains that, you know, change the world, like we find, you know, Tesla stock or other stocks that are, you know, I mean, the track record on this YouTube channel is just speak for itself, right? Beyond Meat, Virgin Galactic, Peloton, you know, all of the stocks gained tremendously and beat the market easily, okay? So make sure to enroll in this course. I think this is life-changing. It changed my life. It can change yours. So the first thing that we need to talk about in this video is interest rates, guys, okay? So interest rates are super important. I did a deep dive into interest rates in this video, okay? Check it out if you are interested into how it works and how it correlated to the dot-com bubble or the financial crisis, or the crashes in 1980s and 90s and so on. So interest rates can be directly linked to bubbles as well as to bursts of these bubbles. Isn't this super interesting? And therefore you need to watch them, okay? As soon as they go up, now they are like almost zero, all right? So people can get, and organizations can get so much money and put into the market to work, and stocks are cheap as per Jerome Powell. So I think that this is super interesting, and that's why you need to watch them, okay? As soon as you see them, maybe in 2021, I don't think so, because they said until 2022 they should stay low. So I think that 2022 and 2023 should be still years with low interest rates. But as soon as those goes high, we might see a huge sell-off or even a crash, depending how big inflated the stock market till then it gets. So let's dive into the next category. 2021, the year of the spec. I mean, we know the spec king, which is Samash Palihapitiya, and specs are something wonderful. Think about it. We can invest very early in the companies while they are still usually growing. So that's why you can, you know, find some really fly investments, right? I mean, think about the overall opportunity that you have here. Venture capitalists usually, you know, pumped, and was only the one persons and institutions that could pump in a very nice growth phase. And now, you know, people like Shamas or Bill Ackman can now bring companies much earlier to the table of the public markets. And thank you very much for that. I wish I could kiss you right now, Shamas, so for that. I mean, this is such a nice thing, and specs are actually nothing new. I mean, they are invented, you know, a couple of years ago, but it was never so much pushed like it was in 2020, and in 2021 it will be even more crazy, okay? Alone Shamas has, you know, 26 lined up from IPO A until IPO Z so many startups to really make us very happy with companies that innovate, that companies that are still young, companies that will pivot in the next couple of years. So I'm super excited. I will keep you updating which I am looking into it and which I am investing, obviously, and I'm just super excited because this is something that is really needed. I think the retail investor per se is the much, or can be the much better investor than all the experts out there. We have seen it in 2020, you know, such a very turbulent year, and the hedge fund managers, you know, couldn't make even close to what the retail investors did out there. So this is something to think about it, you know, if it's really worth, and maybe the end, or maybe a very dark age of the institutional investors as well as hedge funds. So I like it. I like the retail investors. I like the dump money. So I'm super excited. I hope you too. Guys, who is maybe the most influential person in the United States? Yes, it's the US president. So Trump did in his 4 years of, you know, politics, a couple of things that actually impacted the stock market very well, right? I mean, he did a trade war with China, which, you know, impacted the stock market. You know, there was up and downs with him. And I think now with January as the inauguration month for Biden, it will be super important to watch this guy, okay? This guy is sitting on the chair of the most influential person in the whole world. So obviously you need to watch him and his steps and how this can impact his and, you know, our future, right? I mean, he, for example, what we know until now, what he want to do a lot of things for sustainable energy. So I think the EV market can, or especially Tesla also can benefit from that. You know, a lot of things that Trump did, he want to make differently. So we are super excited because whatever happens in the politics are interesting also for the stock market, obviously, right? I mean, we see a lot of battles between the big tech and, for example, US government right now, okay? Does the US tech gets too big or too powerful? Should the US government go on it and, you know, split them or tax them more or whatever? You know, there's lots and lots of question marks for the future, but you need to watch Biden and Biden's team's steps because this can impact the stock market. And if you don't understand this very complex political things, then just follow this channel and you will be always informed which moves I'm doing with my portfolio. And if you want to get even closer, get to join the membership, guys. The join button below all the videos, you will see it and you can join the membership and get access to our private Discord channel, you know. But if you're buying the masterclass, for example, you will have the lifetime access to the Discord channel. So I would rather prefer to have you there and you learn a lot about stocks. So let's dive into the next category. 2020 was the year of the health crisis, right? I mean, look at what really happened, and it was so bad for the economy as well as a huge opportunity for so many retail investors. Now, I think this is something very close to watch because now we had the, you know, new kind of situation with the mutation. We had the opportunity with the vaccine. So it's something that you need to very much observe as an investor what happens there, because, you know, it looks like the probability is very high that we are, you know, done and dusted with that, right? In 2021, everyone who needs to be will be vaccinated, we get the herd immunity and all of that things. But what happens if something unexpected happen, right? Maybe a black swan again that we didn't expect so far and that, you know, health experts cannot tell us as of now. So it's something that we don't know, and those kind of things we need to watch very close to make sure that we don't miss, you know, the small details that can maybe change the world. And therefore I'm super, you know, cautious and, you know, following the development very closely. And I will update you if I'm thinking there's some risk for the market. We have seen how fast it can go, guys. I mean, in March, we had one of the fastest crashes that ever happened, okay? And there was just a couple of people that I follow and I'm in touch with that knew what was coming. Okay, they saw the opportunity, they saw the risk, and most of it, like 99% of professional investors, retail investors, just got overrolled by this black swan. So yeah, it's definitely something to watch very, very closely. So what will be very important to watch, because it's basically bounded with the stock market, is the economy, right? And the economy is bound to recover. I mean, we had huge unemployment. We have restaurants, travel industry, all very much affected by this health crisis. So now we need to watch on indicators, right? Like things like PMI, the Purchase Manager Index, or other things like unemployment are very important factors that can impact the stock market and its behavior. And I think we have a pretty nice chance with the upcoming good news from the health crisis that we just talked about it to impact positively the economy and its recovery for the next couple of weeks and months. So I'm super excited, because this is obviously very positive for the market if we see, you know, better and better industries. I think one of the biggest industry that will recover and will have a huge inflow of money is Airbnb. Okay, Airbnb, or the whole travel industry per se, will have a whole, I mean, this could be the next big stay-at-home economy stocks, okay? So I think what happens to the stay-at-home economy stocks will happen to the travel stocks in 21 and 22, okay? So that's why, you know, I invested already in Airbnb. As you know, it went down first, but then it went up because people love the brand and the company and this innovator in the space. So, you know, think about it. If this is maybe something for you, it's definitely one of my top tips for 2021. If you want to have seen this video, then check out this thumbnail and I will tell you the 5 top investments that I'm doing in 2021. I'm thinking that the party just started. I think the party is a great party. Remember that things are usually not that nice like they seems to be, and they are not that bad as they seems to be. Okay, I don't know from where I got this very wise words, but maybe it's because I got 1 year older yesterday. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you obviously tomorrow.